Hey, welcome to today's problem. This is Bharat Divyang from Zhuang Academy. So, what we have in front of us is a triangle, a scalene triangle, three sides unequal, ABC, which is subdivided into all these multiple inner triangles, right? Which is shaded in different colors. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So seven smaller triangles are combined together to form ABC. Now there are numbers inside each of these colored triangles, and these numbers indicate the perimeter. The perimeter is the sum of the lengths of a triangle. So the 20 refers to the sum of A. Let's call this A. This is the side A from here till here. And then you have B, and then you have C. So A plus B plus C is 20. In similar fashion, you have the rest of the triangle. Now the question is to find the entire perimeter of the bigger triangle outside, the triangle ABC is what we need to find. This is a problem about perspective, which I'll go into in detail. But I would like you to pause the video here and see if you can solve the problem and get the answer. If you've seen my videos earlier, I'm a big proponent of productive struggle, which means take a problem, struggle with it, work with it from different angles, different perspectives, different ways of approach, even if you can't get the answer. Because when you actually see the answer, you will appreciate it way more. All right, so pause and get cracking. Welcome back. I hope you gave it a shot and you were able to get the answer. If so, please do write it in the comment section. If not, let's see how we can learn something about it. Now, again, if you've seen my videos, it's not about just getting the answer, it's also about the approach. And as I said, this problem is about perspective, which means the ability to see things in different ways. So what is it that I mean here? So let's start with the way we began this entire problem, which is we said, hey, each of the sides of this yellow triangle is A plus B plus C is equal to 20. Okay, so plus B plus C is 20. Now you might be wondering why I'm writing it with this much space in a particular weird way rather than writing it together, but we'll come back to that later. Let's take the purple triangle, which is going to be D, E, and F. Right, so I'm going to have F here, I'm going to have E here, and I'm going to have D here. All these three things together is 9. Let's take the next one. We finished with D, E, F. Let's go to G, H, I. So I'm going to put the G here. I am going to be putting the I here, and I'm going to be putting the H here. These three things together is 10. Let's go to the blue triangle. So I'm done with G, H, I. So I'm just going to start with J, K, and L. So I'm going to put the J here. I'm going to put the K here. And I'm going to be putting the L here. And this together is 11. Now let's come to the orange triangle. I'm going to call this M, N, and O. Okay, so the M is going to come here. The N is going to be here. And the O is going to be here. all these three things together is going to be 12. Now, there's a reason why I wrote it in this particular fashion, because my goal was to create a column of parts, which when you look at it in the row, they don't make much sense. But when you put in a column, they actually add up to something. And just give you a clue here. If you look at A, D, and G together, this is nothing but the side AB. Right? This is nothing but the side AB. So this perspective of looking at things. Now, when we went in, we didn't look at the whole triangle. We were focusing specifically into each of the sub-triangles. And we wrote it down. Right? Now, if you don't have perspectives, you will just put all these. It'll be a soup of letters. You would end up having 15 different letters, 5 triangles there. So it's going to be like a crazy bunch of letters and you wouldn't really know what's going to happen. Whereas by understanding that even though A is part of the yellow triangle, it's also part of AB, is what I mean by perspective. Being able to see an entity from 2 different angles, from 2 different approaches, 2 different perspectives, 2 different ways. A is horizontally part of the yellow triangle. That's why A plus B plus C is 20. But A plus D plus G is AB. That's a different thing. So the same part A, the length A, which is starting at here all the way till here, this entire length is part of 2 different things. And being able to see that is perspective. Now, you can pause the video here and still think if you can get the answer if you haven't gotten it already. But anyway, let's further proceed. Now, if you look at this, H and G together is BC. So I've combined H and J together is BC. Okay, and C plus K plus M, which is here, is CA. Now, the sum of these 3 is the perimeter. And what is that value? 20 plus 9, 29, 39, 50, 62. You'd say, oh, that's fantastic. But 62 is not just these 3 things. You have 2 other columns. So let's look at what they add up to. And why was it that I put them into specific columns? Now, if you look at it, E plus I plus L plus O is nothing but the sides of the pink triangle, which adds up to 15. And B plus F plus N is the green triangle, which adds up to 13. So in other words, AB plus 15 plus 13 plus BC plus CA is 62. So now we're going to recombine this in a different way. We're going to combine all of this and we're going to call it the perimeter. We're going to combine these 2 together. It's 15 plus 13, which is 28. And the whole thing is going to be 62. Simple algebra will tell you that P is 68 minus 28. Sorry, 62 minus 28, which is 34. So the answer to this question is 34 units. If you got that, please share your comments saying how you got it, and a big hurrah to everybody who actually solved it. But what's the key takeaway from this problem solving approach? Being able to see things that are part of multiple entities. Like A being part of the yellow triangle as well as ABC. B being part of the yellow triangle and the green triangle. And therefore being able to connect them out. And it's like I've created the perspectives here visually as either a row or a column. The column adds up to one thing, the row adds up to one thing. And if you do it in this fashion, it's a very, very clean, neat, structured approach, which is exactly what you want in problem solving. If you like this video, please do share, click like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.